Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Mindful Moment. My name is Mary. I am owner and founder of Mary Minds with Mary. And today we are continuing our Proverbs challenge. Let's hop straight into the Bible. We are in Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. You might pick up on a theme here from some of our previous chapters. Verse 10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." Solomon has said similar statements to this before. It's like he's really trying to get us to understand when you go to the Lord for your wants and needs, you're going to go somewhere in life. Some people might get tripped up on the word fear because in our modern English context, the first thing you think of when you hear the word fear is something to be afraid of, something to be avoided, something that is unpleasant. That's different than fear of the Lord in this context. Solomon's talking about a different, lesser known definition, but still in Webster's dictionary, and that is respect. Respect for the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. The English language has evolved over the years, and it's absolutely a fascinating topic to get into. We're not going to go there today. But fear, respect of a very high level, that's what Solomon is asking us to understand is the beginning of wisdom. It helps to understand where Solomon got his wisdom from. Solomon's wisdom was a gift from God. He had asked the Lord to make him wise, and oh boy, did the Lord make him wise. In fact, he was the wisest man of his age, and quite possibly of human history. And he is known to this day for his wisdom and for his gold. People came from all over to hear wisdom from Solomon. We still talk about Solomon's wisdom today. And he's saying, yeah, but the beginning of wisdom is to respect God. You think I'm smart? That comes from a knowledge of the Holy One, because that's how you understand things. Solomon, at this point in his life, had not lost his mind. It was very intact, and he was able to appreciate what God had given him. And this applies to us today because when we acknowledge where our gifts come from, when we acknowledge that God gives us cool things, we can draw closer to Him. It's that growth mindset we've talked about before. When we have a grateful mind and a grateful heart, we're more likely to turn to God and thank Him. And that being grateful helps us draw closer to Him, which, as we know, opens us up to a closer relationship, which brings more blessings, which helps us draw even closer, and it's a great cycle going up. So Solomon says, yeah, you want to be wise, turn to God. Respect God. If you want a mind that is merry and clear, turn to God. If you want to have a better understanding of your life and your situation, respect God enough to go to Him and say, hey, can we talk? When you do those things, He opens up the doors of heaven. You get VIP access if you are willing to ask. And He is willing to give every single one of us VIP access. If you ask, if you respect Him enough to say, hey, can we talk? And that's a really cool thing. Going back to how Solomon got his wisdom, he said, hey, Lord, can I get some wisdom? And the Lord said, absolutely. I'll give you more than you're going to know what to do with. And now in chapter 9, verse 10, the respect or fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That's the connection each and every one of us can have. So if you're feeling like you need some wisdom and some direction in your life, you have the same source as Solomon. You have the same God you can turn to as King Solomon. So if you want more wisdom, if you want more understanding, turn to God. Ask him. Go up to him with the fearful respect that this word is supposed to be denoting, and ask. And he will give you. And that's a beautiful blessing. And that can help us have such a merry mind. Keep a growth mindset. Ask God. Great things will happen. Have a great mind, a merry mind, and I'll see you next time.